What's up, Gemini? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk Gemini. Wow, okay, so there's a lot of people in your life or some relationships that you have in your life, Gemini, where you've recently seen some true colors. I mean, I could be wrong, but there are some truths being exposed here. Differences of beliefs, differences of ideologies, philosophies, etc. that were exposed to you in June, okay? This could have hit pretty hard. It's like it's almost like what I'm kind of getting is like being punched in the stomach or being punched in the face with a hard reality of something that you thought was true that wasn't true. And so you've had to make decisions on your future. And based on those decisions, not based on those decisions, but those decisions coming from this difference in the system, this difference in ideology, you are seeing something that you thought you needed, whether it's a belief system, a relationship, a way of living, a way of looking at things, that you have found that you no longer need. And you're able to move forward. I just heard passing the torch when I looked at that. You are stuck between following a narrative, following some old belief system, some old ideology, or even a relationship, or going about something independently, staying true to yourself, being on your own. But that comes with its own problems. There's a lot of fear wrapped up in letting this outlook go, or this belief, or this relationship, this marriage, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of toxicity involved in it. There's a lot of attachment involved in it that involves a lot of fear. So I feel like fear is clouding your judgment. Fear is clouding this decision. And entering into June, Gemini, you have a lot going on, especially when it comes to money, when it comes to your resources, when it comes to your business, your deals, what kind of, like, what you owe, your attachments to other people, power dynamics, especially. Are you dependent on a system that's no longer actually doing anything for you? Or are you dependent on something that's no longer doing anything for you? Whether it's a job, a relationship, a belief system, whatever, like I already said. But there's something here because this Four of Pentacles keeps showing up under the deck. There's something here that you're hanging on to, but that's been shown to you. Like a truth has been shown to you. And it's like, okay, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Are you still going to hang on and just keep living a lie? Or are you going to risk it all and do something different? Even though there's an unknown aspect to it, even though it's scary. You know, are you going to face the pain and the demons and the shadow aspects of yourself or this situation? Or are you going to just keep putting up with it? Hopefully I'm making sense so far. You have a lot going on in your second house this month. Venus moving in, Mars already there. We start off the month with Mars opposite Pluto. Pluto is in your 8th house, so you are really getting a good hard look at the power dynamics. Are you willing to fight for what's yours? Is kind of, sorry, my cat just moved the thing, but are you willing to fight for what's yours? And by doing so, you meet others that have the same drive as you. You connect with others by standing in your ground and by facing the fear, by these trials and tribulations, you actually gain in the end. So I would just think really long and hard about that this month, Gemini. What are you fighting? What are you scared of facing? What are you scared to break free from? What has a hold over you? Something definitely has a hold over you here. It could be money related, work related, whatever it is though. When you break free and you make these connections and you are able to move on, to move forward, you're able to rebuild. And so I really feel by mid to end June, you're rebuilding. And June is also a massive month because we're still in eclipse season. And we have this eclipse about to happen in your sign, in your first house. It's also your birthday season. Happy birthday, I forgot to tell you. We have this eclipse forming in your first house, which is really showing you the truth about who you are. Like, it's literally a whole new beginning is about to happen, Gemini. Things are getting shaken up. It's like a twist of fate. It's like a new direction, a new path is being opened for you. But to get there, you have to look at the reasons why your old one wasn't working. The belief systems, the ideologies, the mindsets, the, philosophies, the things that you're attaching meaning to that weren't actually accurate or don't align with who you are today. And that's going to involve facing some shit about yourself and possibly other people. But it's going to help you break free from this oppressive situation. It's like you're seeing how you've been either lying to yourself or under some kind of delusion. And Mercury's retrograding in your sign for most of June, so you're really seeing a whole new side of things. You're really reconsidering your life in general and reconsidering what you want in your life in general, the people that you want in your life. Are these petty debates and arguments really worth your energy? I'm kind of getting that whole, energy vampire vibe here. Not a term I like to use a whole lot, but that's kind of what I'm getting from these two cards. Where are you fighting a dead battle? Like, where are you beating a dead horse? That's what this is. Like, you can still be petty and shit of something that's already dead and gone, but what is that really gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, mulling over the past is not really helping you or anybody, but taking a good hard look at it and understanding that the things that led you there don't have to lead you there again. You know what I mean? But once again, it's facing that pain, it's facing the shadow, it's facing the fears, it's facing those things that you don't want to face. Now it's coming out. It is also cutting off the things that are no longer aligned with you. It is also standing in your truth. And another massive thing that we have happening in the month of June is the Saturn-Uranus square is coming exact again. So Uranus is in your 12th, Saturn is in your 9th. Okay, so Saturn is really like almost kind of showing you where certain beliefs are that are controlling people or controlling you, where you have oppressive belief systems or belief systems that are cool to everybody else or maybe trendy to everybody else, or where you have certain educational pursuits that are restrictive or oppressive in some way. But with it squaring Uranus in your 12th house, it's like, okay, but are you keeping things hidden that actually, would make you feel free? Are you hiding the parts of yourself that would actually make you feel free and liberated? You know what I mean? And with Mercury retrograde in your sign squaring Neptune, this is showing you where maybe a lot of the hurt that you were projecting onto other people actually came from you. And it's like, what I'm really getting from this is accepting some kind of hard truth, reality, or taking accountability. And you're going to see where pain and spreading pain is actually not doing you any good anymore. And you're going to start noticing that in others like a mirror, and you're going to really see like, oh wow, okay, so they're hurt, so they're wanting me to hurt, and I've already played that game. You're really seeing the games that you've already played, that you've attached, like the belief systems and the games and all of it that you've attached to your identity, that you've allowed to make you who you are, but are no longer who you are. In the month of June, Gemini, and it may seem like a very life-changing month. You know, this is a big month with that eclipse in your sign. Eclipses signify massive life shifts and changes, okay? They show us, you know, very fated and karmic things. You know, they bring things to light, and this solar eclipse happening in your sign is all about you. It is showing you where you have gotten strayed away from who you are, and where what's aligned with you and what isn't, and the truth about who you are. The truth about who you are. Taking a risk out of truth, okay? Not holding on to these old ideals, right? You could also be doing some kind of emotional work on yourself this month as well. Really working on yourself emotionally, okay, Gemini? So, but yeah, with this Saturn and Uranus square, this is really showing you what needs to change. Things that you need to break free from that you have been holding on to for a long time. You know, certain stubborn ideas, thoughts, etc. that you have about the world and your path and your belief systems and the meaning of things need to change. And you may feel like you're kind of stuck in this mindset that needs to be a certain way. But this month you really start to realize how to be open to other belief systems and not so closed off and protective. You start to realize that underneath it all, you have a part of you that wants some kind of change, that wants to move forward, and that wants to be liberated, that wants to express your individuality, your freedom, etc. Okay, so that's going to be really big. So Mars is also moving into Leo, which is a big deal because then it's going to start squaring Saturn and Uranus, okay? And Leo for you is your third house. Well, actually, it's going to oppose Saturn and square Uranus, but Leo for you is the third house. So this is a massive month for belief systems, mindset, education, like I've already been saying. And there's going to be some kind of massive conflict going on, whether internally or externally in your life, to deal with these things. Your views on life are changing, and you may have a certain like pull to step away from the narrative of what everybody else is doing or believing, or what somebody else in your life is doing or believing, but there's going to be a certain fear there, okay? And that Mars moving into Leo and opposing Saturn could give you the inspiration to actually do something different, you know, to actually go after what you're passionate about, or to actually take the first step. Okay, so that is basically what I'm getting for you guys. Mercury goes direct on the 22nd. So after that, things won't be as like hectic in your life. So make sure, I wouldn't make any like too big of decisions in the month of June. Just take it easy, you know, double check things, take it slow with Mercury retrograde. But yeah, thank you, Gemini. I love you.